The Prophet by Gibran. Excerpts. When love beckons to you, follow her, though her ways are hard and steep. And when her wings enfold you, yield to her, even though the sword hidden among her pinions may wound you. And even as love crowns you, so shall she crucify you. Even as she is for your growth, so is she for your pruning. Even as she ascends to your heights and caresses your tenderest branches that quiver in the sun, so shall she descend to your roots and shake them in their clinging to the earth. Like sheaves of corn, she gathers you unto herself. She threshes you to make you naked. She sifts you to free you from your husks. Love grinds you to whiteness, kneads you until you are pliant, and then assigns you to her sacred fire, that you may become sacred bread for love's sacred feast. All these things shall love do unto you, that you may know the secrets of your heart, and in that knowledge become a fragment of life's heart. But if in your fear you would seek only love's peace and love's pleasure, it is better that you should cover your nakedness and pass out of love's threshing floor into the seasonless world, where you shall laugh, but not all of your laughter, and weep, but not all of your tears. Love gives naught but itself, and takes naught but from itself. Love possesses not, nor would it be possessed, for love is sufficient unto love. When you love, you should not say, God is in my heart, but rather, I am in the heart of God. And think not you can direct the course of love, for love, if it finds you worthy, directs your course. Love has no other desire but to fulfill itself. But if you love and must needs have desires, let these be your desires: to melt and be like a running brook that sings its melody to the night, to know the pain of too much tenderness, to be wounded by your own understanding of love, and to bleed willingly and joyfully. Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. For life goes not backward, nor tarries with yesterday. You are the bows from which your children as living arrows are sent forth. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and she bends you with her might, that her arrows may go swift and far. Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding, even as the stone of the fruit must break, that its heart may stand in the sun. So must you know pain. And could you keep your heart in wonder at the daily miracles of life, your pain would not seem less wondrous than your joy. And you would accept the seasons of your heart, even as you have always accepted the seasons that pass over your fields. And you would watch with serenity through the winters of your grief. Much of our pain is self-chosen. It is the bitter potion by which the physician within you heals your sick self. Therefore, trust the physician and drink the remedy in silence. And tranquility. For pain's hand, though heavy and hard, is guided by the tender hand of the unseen. And the cup pain brings, though it burn your lips, has been fashioned of the clay which the potter has moistened with her own sacred tears. More words from the prophet. He says, "You talk when you cease to be at peace with your thoughts. And when we can no longer dwell in the solitude of our hearts, we make sounds. We use our lips to make sounds as a diversion and a pastime. And in much of our talking, thinking is half murdered. For thought is a bird of space, that in a cage of words may indeed unfold its wings, but cannot fly. There are those among us who seek the talkative through fear of being alone. The silence of aloneness reveals to their eyes their naked selves, and they would escape. And there are those who talk, and without knowledge or forethought reveal a truth which they themselves do not understand. And there are those who have truth within them, but they tell it not in words. When you meet your friend on the roadside or in the marketplace today, let the Spirit in you move your lips and direct your tongue. Let the voice within your voice speak to the ear of His ear. For His soul will keep the truth of your heart, as the taste of the wine is remembered when the color is forgotten and the vessel is no more. You would measure time, the measureless and the immeasurable. We would adjust our conduct and even direct the course of our spirit according to hours and seasons. Of time, we would make a bank. Of time, we would make a stream, upon whose bank we would sit and watch it glowing. Yet the timeless in you is aware of life's timelessness, and knows that yesterday is but today's memory, and tomorrow is today's dream. And that which sings and contemplates in you is still dwelling within the bounds of that first moment that scattered the stars into space. Who among you does not feel that your power to love is boundless? And yet who does not feel that very love, though boundless, encompassed within the center of your being? Lovers, you were born together, and together you shall be forevermore. You shall be together when the white wings of death scatter your days. Yes, you shall be together even in the silent memory of love. But let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heavens dance between you. Love one another, but make not a bond of love. Let it rather be a moving sea between the shores of your souls. Fill each other's cup, but drink not from one cup. Sing and dance together, and be joyous, but let each one of you be alone. Give your hearts, but not into each other's keeping, for only the hand of life can contain your hearts. Your hearts know. Your heart knows in silence the secrets of the days and the nights, but your ears thirst for the sound of your heart's knowledge. You would know in words that which you have always known in thought. You would touch with your fingers the naked body of your dreams. Of the good in humanity I can speak, but not of the evil. For what is evil but good, tortured by its own hunger and thirst? And when the storm comes, and a mighty wind shakes the forest, and thunder and lightning proclaim the majesty in the sky, then let your heart say in awe, love moves in passion. You would know the secret of death, but how shall you find it unless you seek it in the heart of life? If you would indeed behold the spirit of death, open your heart wide unto the body of life, the beauty of life. For life and death are one, even as the river and the sea are one. In the depth of your hopes and desires lies your secret knowledge of the beyond. Trust your dreams, for in them is hidden the gate to eternity. For what is it to die but to stand naked in the wind and to melt into the sun? And what is it to cease breathing but to free the breath from its restless tides, that it may rise and expand and seek love unencumbered? When love beckons you, follow her. When love beckons you, follow her. When love beckons you, follow her. When love beckons you.